What is up, guys? Welcome back to another unboxing video. So today on this one we're going to be unboxing the new Nintendo Switch 2. Now I literally just got this today. I was very lucky to find a store next to me that still had some stock available. Every other store in my area was completely sold out. All the Best Buys, all the Targets, all the Walmarts, literally everybody was sold out, even the Costco near me. But luckily, Brandsmore USA came in clutch and they happened to have a Switch available, but it was a bundle. They weren't selling them separately, so I had to buy the bundle. It was very pricey, honestly, a little bit overpriced or a lot overpriced, but it is what it is. Managed to get the console, so here it is. It came with a game, which was Mario Kart World. It came physical, but there's a lot of things going around online that it's not actually physical. Like the games aren't even actually on the card, so it's not really physical. But again, it's whatever. It comes in the box, so I don't really see the problem. But whatever. I buy all my games digital anyway, so it's not a big deal for me. It also came with a SD card, 256, and an extra controller. So let's go ahead and take it out of the box and we'll get to it. So right here is the game. So here's Mario Kart World. We'll be checking that out soon, right after we unbox the console. But yeah, pretty cool. Honestly, they're pretty much the same as the original Switch box, just the only difference is now it has the 2. But it kind of looks very similar. I mean, I think the original had like the logo in the corner right here, but now it's in the middle. But everything else seems pretty similar. So yeah, I gotta be honest with you guys, I wasn't really too I wasn't too excited for this game. It's not like they could really change much in Mario Kart. It's kind of like what else can they add? It's a racing game, but I wasn't really too excited for it because it looked a little bit boring in my opinion. But again, I have not played it, so I'm gonna have to play it and then give my opinion on it. But yeah, I wasn't too hyped. It wasn't really on my hype radar. But I don't know. Maybe I'll enjoy it when I actually start playing it. So stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll do it on the channel. Here is the 256 card. So this is the one that came bundled with the console. Pretty nice. Nice to have a little extra storage available, so pretty cool. And the extra controller, we'll be unboxing that as well. So here it is. Pretty cool. Nice to have some extra controllers. Can't go wrong with that. But I take care of myself, so I didn't really need it. But it came with the bundle. I had to get it, otherwise I wouldn't be able to get the console. I asked them if I could buy the console, just the console, and they said no, you have to buy the bundle if you want the console. So I said all right. And here is the console right here. So there it is, the new Switch 2. Pretty nice. I honestly thought I had a different Switch box, because I've been seeing people getting like different boxes with the bundled Mario Kart game. Like one has like the sticker printed on the box and the other one is like in the box, like made into it. So I saw a picture of this box and then I saw this picture on another Switch box. So I thought they had two different boxes, but it turns out it's just the front and the back. So pretty cool. Yeah. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's start opening. Before we open it, actually, let's take a look around the box. I know I just did a quick look around, but let's take a look at it. So here's the front of the box, the side of the box, and then of course the back. There's nothing really on the back, just another picture. And then the side again. For obvious reasons, I won't be doing the bottom because, well, I'm sure you guys already know why. Important info on the bottom, serial number, I believe. So it's a thing that we have to not show. But you just unclip it on the bottom and then you open it like this. And there we go. So there it is. Yeah. There are the Joy-Cons. Let's take those out. So here they are at. Pretty nice. Very cool. I can already see that they're bigger. And just to compare, I will be comparing the new Switch to my OLED model. So here's my current OLED. Pristine condition, honestly. It still looks basically brand new. I will be giving this one to my brother-in-law because he doesn't have a Switch, and he said he'll take it off my hand if I get the new one. So I'll be giving him this one, and I'll be giving him also my other accessories that I got with it. But yeah, the OLED right here, I still love this thing. It's really nice, but I haven't used it in so long because there hasn't been any games on it to play. I've already played so much of Breath of the Wild that I didn't play anything else. I did play Donkey Kong Country Returns on the channel when it re-released not that long ago, a few months ago. And I did finish Tropical Freeze, which I bought when it came out, but never finished it. So I finished it a few months ago as well, right after Country Returns. And then after that, that was it. I mean, I do play other games on it every now and then when I'm bored, but not that much. And I know Tears of the Kingdom came out, but I didn't buy it because it was really, really expensive at the time. So maybe I'll get into it now. I'm excited really to try Breath of the Wild at 60 FPS because, man, I don't know what it is, but when I played Breath of the Wild when it first came out at 30 FPS, I had no problem with it. And I guess after playing so much PC and console gaming at 60 and over a 200 FPS and all that, when I tried playing Breath of the Wild again a few weeks ago, I just could not do it. It was so bad, but excited to get back into that again. So here is the console. 1 second, guys. All right, guys, I am back. Sorry about that. I had to take my jacket off because it's really hot in my room right now, but here it is, and I can already tell you this thing feels huge. Like, people were not kidding when they said that the new one is big. This is much bigger. I mean, just to compare, look at that. Like, just I'm gonna pretend like I'm holding the Joy-Cons right now. That's how big it is. Like, it's actually big. I'm not even kidding, and I don't have small hands, so that's nice. Let's take a look first at the Joy-Cons outside the wrapper before we get to the actual Switch. I was gonna put it back in the box, but decided not to. So let's take a look at the new Joy-Cons. So this is the new one, and wow, that's a big improvement over the original. The original was nice and all, but it was kind of small, and the buttons were really, really tiny, and I hated it because it was I had to like really press in to get the buttons. This is way better. Like, look at that. Way better. Much bigger too. This actually feels like for an adult instead of the original that felt like for kids. This feels much bigger. Way bigger. I like that. That is nice. I like to see that. And of course, oh, by the way, here's the new trigger thing for the magnets. Just showing you guys all the buttons here. Here's the screenshot button that you all know. Just so you guys can hear the click right there. Not sure if that's coming up in the mic, but yeah. And triggers. Much better. They feel much better than the original. And then here is the red one. I like that it's color. I like that it's blacked out, but they kept the color of the OG, Switch, the OG colors on the, like, they kept it as accents. So that's pretty cool. And here's that new C button that I think is for the online subscription, which I'm not gonna get. So this button is kind of useless for me. But everything else is the same. So, yeah. Pretty good, actually. Pretty nice. Now let's check out the the actual tablet here. So, or not tablet, the Switch. They said Nintendo said that it comes already with a screen protector on, but I think I may just put another one just to be safe. You know, you can never be too cautious. You know, the Brainsmore was trying to get me to put some warranty on it, but I decided that not to get it because I never get warranty on any of these stuff. I never drop anything, so I decided not to. But if I did, that would suck. But whatever. Here is the tablet. So pretty nice. Unfortunately, it's not an OLED. I was pretty bummed out when they released it, but they didn't say it for a while, but I already knew, you know, like when they announced the Switch 2, even before they announced it, I just had a feeling that they weren't gonna do the OLED model right away, that they were gonna sell it later on like they did with the OG. And I was right. That's exactly what they did. I just knew it was gonna happen. Even when they announced it, I was like, there's no way they're gonna make it an OLED immediately. So it's kind of sad that they didn't do it, but I'm sure it would have upped the price by a lot because it's an OLED model. But you know, whatever. A lot of people said the screen is still really good. That you won't notice that big of a difference, but I'm sure I will because I'm so used to OLED now on my main monitor that I can't go back. Once you go OLED, you can't go back. Anyways, let's look at the bottom here so you can see the charging port right there. If it'll focus. Let me see if it'll focus up. There we go. There's the charging port right there. And then here's the top. As you can see, those are the vents right there. Another charging port. Oh, I just noticed that. It's got 2 charging ports. I didn't forgot they did that. That's actually pretty nice. So you don't have to charge from the bottom. If you're in bed and you're playing, you can put it on the top. You can run the cable to the top. So that's pretty cool. There it is. Here's the thing for your games, your game card, which it's kind of funny because they're making everything digital now. There's no point in putting a card in, but they did anyways. Your volume buttons and then your power button. Let's see, it'll focus here. There we go. So pretty cool, and it also has a headphone jack, so that's nice. Let's set that to the side. Actually, before we do that, I kind of want to put the Joy-Cons on it. So I cannot wait. I actually cannot wait. Does it just magically go on? Ah, it's magnetic. Yeah. So I heard they said it was magnetic. But I never actually saw it myself, just from pictures and from people doing it. It literally is magnetic. Look at that. Now my question is, since it's magnetic, can you forcefully take it off? I've seen people do that, but no, you really can't. I don't want to break it, so I'm not gonna force it, but you can do that. Can you press this button to let go of it? Ah, just like that. Okay. And then like that. And I like that the button is big enough where you can press it from back and you can take it off like that. That's pretty cool. This thing is big, man. Like, it's actually big. Might be a little too big, but I like it. It's very nice. I like it. And I like the black look. Don't get me wrong, I really like the stealth look of not the stealth look, the white look of my OLED. Don't get me wrong. The white and the black just looks really nice on the OLED. Really nice color combo. I loved it. I was a little bit sad to go white when I had the OG red and blues because they were so nice and iconic, but I got used to it immediately and I loved it. But this black look is just nice, man. And it's got the accents of the OG colors on the thumbsticks. I like that a lot, actually. Oh, and here is the kickstand. So here's the new kickstand. It's a little bit flimsy, but I kind of like it. I mean, it's good. I actually kind of think the OLED one is better, but it does the job. I mean, so I'm not upset by that. Just for reference, here's the OLED one. Oh, my bad. I was pulling on the vent right there. So here's the OLED kickstand. Honestly, still really good. You know, I think it's better, to be honest, but it's also a little flimsy too. But that might be because I've had it for a while. I'm not sure. But still good. Anyways, let's get back into the unboxing. So let's take more of the box out. I'm sure there's going to be some paperwork in here. Yep. So we'll take that stuff out. Oh, hold on. There's some stuff in here. HDMI cable. So we'll take a look at that now. And then the straps for the Joy-Cons. So I'm going to test that out too as well. Very nice. Standard paperwork, you know. Not really that big of a deal. But let's take a look at the other stuff here. So we'll take that out and then we'll get into the rest. Charging USB-C cable, Nintendo branded. So this will be what goes into the adapter. And then here is the adapter. So take that out. Here it is. Nintendo branded right there. USB-C, as you can see. Information of the adapter. And then, yep. Very nice. I believe this is the controller thing where the Joy-Cons go on. Yep. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at that. I do have my original controller as well. In fact, I have all my original accessories from the OLED Switch, so I could do a comparison on it, but I have to go to the other room and get it. I don't feel like doing that. So here is the new one. It's pretty much the same, except now it's kind of like this part is flat. I don't remember the other one being flat, but yeah, it's pretty much the same except for that. And it looks pretty good. Let's put it on. So I love that. It's actually really nice how easy that comes off. There it is, like that. And then we'll take it off from the other switch. So like that. There you go. Okay. And then it just magnetically comes on, and there we go. It's really nice. I mean, it's basically the same as the other one. Literally the exact same. Except bigger. Literally bigger and all black now. So pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's put it back on the Switch here. We're going to also be setting up the Switch, guys, and transferring over my games and stuff. So stay tuned for that. This is going to probably be a long video. A long unboxing video. Just a heads up. I love that. It's so satisfying to do that. So let's get more into it. Let's go ahead and show you the HDMI cable while we're here, since we have it out. So here is the cable. Nintendo branded. Standard. It's basically your standard HDMI cable. Nothing really too different about that either. It's the exact same one as the previous one. But, you know, what are you going to change on the HDMI cable? I'm pretty sure this is the dock, so let's check that out. And I believe that's everything in here. So, yep. Go ahead and put that down. There we go. Okay, so let's check this out. So here is the dock, I believe. Yep. Take that out. And it's beefy, bro. Like, it's actually pretty big. Bigger than the OG one. Everything on the new one is bigger. So there is the new dock. As you can see, it's got the 2 on it. Nintendo Switch 2. Here's the back. And as you can see, it's got the vents for better cooling. So that's nice to see. HDMI. How do you take the back plate off? I'm curious about that. Oh, like that. There we go. So you just pull on the top and it comes off. And as you can see right there, you can see the vents now even clearer. Here's the AC adapter port, HDMI, and then you got your Ethernet cable, your LAN cable. So pretty nice. And then you can route it in the corner. So when you put this back on, I like how it easily goes back on too. The other one, the OG one, was also easy to put on, but it was kind of weird how to do it. But this one, it just snaps. I love it. But yeah, you can route your cables through this little hole right here. So that's pretty cool. And then you got your, obviously, your TV button right here to let you know you're on when you're docked mode, when it's got the TV on. Here is the inside. You guys probably can't see that, but yeah, you guys probably can't see that, but that's what it looks like. Anyways, I like the black look of it. Pretty nice. So it's got the things so it doesn't move around. OG one had that too. Let's put it on the dock. And then there it is. Kind of sticks out a lot, to be honest. That's what it looks like when it's docked. Pretty cool. But it sticks in. Yeah. Magnetic. I love that. It's so nice. But yeah, now that that's done, so this is the newer cable. Basically your standard USB to USB-C cable that's going to be going on the adapter. Let's check out the new straps real quick. So we'll take off the Joy-Cons. There we go. People were skeptical about the magnetic part because they thought you can easily rip it off and thought they were going to damage that. So yeah, I didn't really think about that when it first came out. That was a good point by them, but I think Nintendo listened and then they decided to fix that, so it's not easy to pull off. Let's see how this goes on. I think it goes like, was it like this or is it a different way? I think it's like this, right? Or is it this way? I'm actually curious. Hold on. No, that can't be right because the strap has to be in the bottom. So I'm guessing it's like this. Or no, not like that. Like this. I think it has to be like this because it feels like it. You know? There we go. Okay, there we go. So there it is. That's the strap on. So pretty cool. And then you just wrap it around like that. And then pretty nice. I like that a lot. And then I'm sure it's easily removable, I would say. Oh, I see. Okay. Wait, no, I don't. There we go. Okay, well, I think it's easy to take off. So that's pretty cool. Let's check it out on the red one. Just so you guys can see the red one as well. There we go. Easy to put on. I don't know why I made it so difficult the first time, but yeah. Pretty nice. Same as the other one. I think it's really nice that they include that in. Oh, wait, hold on. What was that? I saw like a lock on there. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put that back on. I saw like a lock thing. That was kind of cool. Was it? I saw this top part sticking out. Like this top part was sticking out right there. I don't know why. That little button right there was sticking out. I'm not sure why. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why that was sticking out, but yeah. Okay. Weird. Okay, I think that is for everything in the unboxing. At least for the console itself. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna clean up here and I'll be right back when I'm done. Alright guys, so we're back. Everything's cleaned up now, so let's get into it. I wanted to show you real quick the length of this cable. So let's go ahead and take it out. And it is not that long, to be honest. I mean, it's not really that long. Like, this is as long as it is. So a little bit short, but you know, it is what it is. So gonna go in here. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Not really a long cable as I would have preferred, but it is what it is. So, yep. Let's put these straps away, the controller there. Um, this is the 256 gigabyte thing. So I've already showed this, but just again, just so you guys can see, we won't be taking this out because I don't think we need to talk about that. Let's go ahead and take these extra Joy-Cons out. So I believe you just gotta grab this. Oh, it seems like I need to cut that open, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got it. So I to just peel them off. So there we go. Let's take them out. So here is the first one, and then the second one, and then they give you the straps for them. So that's nice of them. At least they're not charging you extra for these straps, so that's kind of cool. Basically just some basic stuff on how to use them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. They're basically the exact same. They're just an extra set of Joy-Cons. So I guess that's pretty cool, honestly. If let's say if maybe my current ones, the stock that came with the actual Switch, you know, drift or whatever, or they break, I have some extra ones to pull out. And to keep on that conversation about the drift, I heard that Nintendo was going to be fixing if your controller gets drift, they will be replacing it for free. So that's pretty cool. But why not just make the hardware that prevents that? You know, like why not just improve your hardware so you don't have to do that? I don't get it. You know, it's a nice gesture that they'll do it for free, but why not just, you know, why not just make it so it doesn't have to be drift in the first place? You know, like I don't get that. You know, just improve your hardware, make it so it doesn't drift anymore. Like, whatever. But yeah. Anyways, the Joy-Cons are the exact same, so pretty cool. And the same straps again. I won't be taking them out because I have to put them back in anyways. But yeah, same straps as the other ones that came with the Switch. So pretty cool on that. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these back in, since they're gonna go right back in the box anyways, since I don't need any extra Joy-Cons right now. I don't know why you would need a Joy-Cons. Like I said, I'm only gonna need them if one of them breaks. So that's literally the only reason. But other than that, I don't see a reason to have them, unless maybe you have friends coming over. But again, I don't know how that's gonna be possible. Like playing with, well, I'm wrong actually. You can, some games can play with up to 4 people and on a single screen. So I guess you just connect multiple controllers. I don't know. Yeah. we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So let's put that back in there, and then we'll just close this up here. Yep, like that. So there we go. And let's get to the games. So I gotta open this game real quick. I don't really have scissors on me right now, and I don't feel like going over there to get any. Oh wait, no, I got it. Hold on, I think I got it here. There we go, I got it. So there we go. There it is. We got it. There we go. Toss that to the side over there. And yeah, here is the game Mario Kart World. And there's literally nothing in the box. It's just a cartridge. It's literally just a cartridge, guys. So yeah, there's the look of it, so you guys can get a close up. I guess it has some nice cover art, but I don't really see a point in for people who buy physical games to get this unless they're into collecting games. But there's I don't it's pretty ridiculous. There's literally nothing in here, man. No paper. Remember when they used to include paper stuff on the side for physical games? They don't do that anymore. But yeah, let's go ahead and power on the Switch. I will be transferring my stuff over from the original. So here is my OLED one. So just so you guys can see. There's my Country Returns, man. I loved playing that game, and I did finish Tropical Freeze right there. Played a little bit of a Lego City Undercover, and then, but again, I jumped back into Breath of the Wild because that's the game I play so much. I believe if I go into my page, I can see how many hours I have on that game. Yeah, so it turns out I have 230 hours on Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild 230. So pretty cool. Yeah, I can't wait to play it at 60 FPS finally. They should have done this. This should have been the first Switch, to be honest. This should have been the first one, but I guess I don't know why they were. I don't know if they were limited by hardware back then, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and power this baby on. There it is, powering on. There's the logo. Ooh, nice music. Oh, there it is. I like the music. So US. All right, I'll go ahead and get this set up on the internet. So I'll be right back. All right, guys. So it's oops. Did not mean to do that. I accidentally hit my tripod. All right. It seems like I got it back to where it was. Yeah, it's all set up. Let's go ahead and download update data. So I gotta pick my update data is downloading. So let's go ahead and pick our region here. So I will be right back. All right, guys, I am back. So we're still doing the setup process. With Nintendo Switch 2, you can play games wherever you want, however you want. Yep, I know that. The system can stand at whatever angle you want. Just pull out the rear stand. You can now connect the AC adapter to the top of the system. That's pretty cool. Honestly, I like that they included that. So detach the right hand Joy-Con too. Hold the release button and pull to the side. Detach the left one as well. Stand with the controller. Oh, I have to put it on the stand now? Okay. So it wants you to try using the system. I can't believe they were charging people for the Welcome Tour game. Like, that should come free with the system, you know? Never seen a company charge money for a little mini game on how to use their system. Pretty crazy. Select next with a controller you removed. Okay. So let me just put this angle at an angle, guys, so you guys can see it. There you go. All right. Do you want to connect the TV and play on a larger screen later? You can use the accessories that came with the system to hold the Joy-Con in multiple ways. Very nice. Choose the style. You can change it at any time. Ready to update the system? Okay, it is currently updating. So we'll wait for it to update. While it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and just take it off the stand. Plug it back in. There we go. I like the magnetic better. I didn't mind having to slide the Joy-Cons in like the original one, but you know, it was a little annoying. So like with the original, you had to like press the button on the back to slide it in, and then you had to align it correctly so you can slide it back in. I didn't really like that too much, but you know, it is what it is. System update complete. You can transfer data from your Nintendo Switch to this Nintendo Switch 2. So I am going to be doing a system transfer because I do have a Switch and I want my stuff over. About system transfers. When you transfer systems, your data will be copied from one system to the next, so you can easily pick up playing where you left off. Very nice. To continue this, to start the transfer. Not all data will be transferred. So data that will transfer, all users, all save data, screenshots and videos, system settings. Data that won't transfer, news. I don't really think that's a big deal. I don't really read the news. I only see the news for new games that come out, but even when you look in the news, they don't tell you when new games are out. You have to open the eShop to see the new games. So yeah, I never really check the news anyways. Support for more details. Okay. Start system transfer. If you have a micro SD card, express memory card, insert it. You can use the inserted micro SD to store data for downloadable software. Okay. Is the one that came with it express? It says EX, so I'm guessing that's fine. Only micro SD express cards with features and marks shown in this image are supported. Other SD cards won't work. Okay. I don't need to know how to insert it, but I just want to see. Open the stand on the back of the system. Insert the micro SD card in the micro SD slot. So I guess I will insert it. I guess I have to anyways. I don't know if I need to insert the one in my original Switch. I don't think so. This already has 256 storage, and this is another 256. So yeah, I think I can just keep that one in there. Besides, I can just read down, because the only reason I was using an SD card on the OG Switch is because it didn't have any storage. So yeah, let's put that in real quick. So we gotta open up the stand like that. Okay, and then we'll just grab the SD card. I'm gonna go ahead and open this real quick. I will be right back. All right, guys. So I got it done already. I got it opened. Here it is. So here's the SD card. We're going to take it out now. So we just open up this like that, and then there we go. And we'll just grab that and then insert it in the back of the system. So let me make sure I grab this at an angle where I don't drop it. I think it goes in like that. There we go. You can use this micro SD once the system updates. Got it? Alrighty. So there it is. I'm gonna keep the stand open actually, because it seems like we're gonna be waiting for updates and stuff. So yep. There it is. Micro SD card can now be used. Please continue without ejecting the SD card. Okay. First, sign into your Nintendo account. So yeah, I'll be doing that now. Let me just put this stuff away here. So because I'm done with all that. There we go. All right. I like the music. I honestly like the music that it plays. All right, guys. I'll be right back. All right. So I am signed in. Please move the system and the source system close together to transfer data. Alrighty. Connect an AC adapter to start downloading data. Got it. 1 second. All right, so I got the adapter plugged in, as you can see right there. Bring the systems close, so that's what I'm gonna do. I believe I can just. Do I need to turn the? I'm just gonna turn this on just to be safe. So done. Please do the following on the source Nintendo Switch. So open the home menu and then select system settings. Okay. System. System. So down at the bottom, I believe. Yep. And then system transfer. Okay. System transfer to Nintendo Switch 2. There it is. There it is. So we'll just put them side by side here. So put that so it's in view. And then this one is in view as well. All right. So the system data will be transferred to Nintendo to Switch system. To complete this you need. All right, next. I'm pretty sure once you transfer, you can't use the original, which really is stupid, but honestly, whatever. You know, looking at them side by side, wow, you can really see how much bigger the screen is compared to the old one. That's really nice. When I was holding the Switch 2 in my hand, it felt big, like really big in my hand, almost too big. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna affect long term, but probably won't be an issue. You need to update them before you're gonna do the system transfers. So I'll do the update. Yes, the console wants any subscription items will be closed. That's fine. We'll do that. So while we're waiting for that to happen, yeah, as I was holding the Switch 2 in my hand, it felt really big. Like you can already see the size of the Joy-Cons, man. Like I'll compare the size of the Joy-Cons after everything is transferred over. I should have done that before, but you can really see the size, man. Like just like it's hard to tell from the angle that I have it in, but I mean it's just wild. Like it's much bigger. The system you can now continue with a system transfer to yep. Next. To keep playing, you can keep playing compatible Nintendo Switch software and the Nintendo Switch 2 system. So not be supported or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. Okay. Make sure Nintendo is nearby. Save data for the following software will be removed from this system and transferred to Nintendo. So Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Tokyo Games, Fortnite, Rogue Company, and Overwatch. I forgot I had Overwatch on this Switch system. I bet it doesn't run very well though. Wait, so where's my so basically just demo games. Where's my it doesn't say anything about Breath of the Wild being transferred. That's odd. I hope it is gonna transfer. Connect the AC adapter before starting the system. Oh, I hate that I have to do multiple adapters, but yeah, I'll be right back again. All right, guys. So now I finally got them plugged in. Everything should be good now. Hopefully, I don't need to do any more plug adapters things. You know. Oh my. So before I go ahead and start, I was just looking at the difference between the adapters. I know that's not a big deal, but I noticed the original is grayed out a little bit, and while the new one is completely blacked out. So they went with an all black look, which is honestly really nice. All right, so let's put that over, give that cable some slack. Start download, Kane's 2019 Switch OLED model. Yep, start download. Already connected though, so what am I waiting for? What am I? Oh, hold on. All right, guys. So I finally got the download started. It's honestly going back a lot faster than I thought, so shouldn't take too long. But I'm not gonna have you guys sit here and wait for it to finish. So again, I'm just gonna have it cut to when it's done. As you can see, it just jumped from 7 to 14 right there. But yeah, I'll be right back when it's completely finished. So I'll see you there. All right, guys, it just finished. So now they are restart. Well, the new one is restarting the Switch 2. It says sending save data on the other one. I can't have it on the stand because then it will be poking at the bottom. So that's another. That's already a benefit for the new Switch. You know, it's updating right here, and I can just have the cable routed to the top. There's only one USB-C on the OLED model, and it's only on the bottom. So I had to take the stand off so the cable can fit. I'm pretty sure there's only one at the bottom. So data has been sent. Please wait until the processing complete on Nintendo Switch 2. All right, setting the system up. So it's currently doing that now. Pretty quick. So data has been sent. I wonder if I can. Oh, so load. Now we're doing this virtual game card system. So interesting. System transfer complete. Download will re-download later. Setup complete. All right, let's go ahead and turn the OLED off. I'll test it later to see if it's playing any games. All right, there we go. So to go to the home menu, press the home button. So here we go. There it is. Nice. That's pretty cool, actually. I thought that was nice. Yeah, there it is. Here's the Switch 2 in all its glory. Let's turn this up. Just brightness. Don't really need that. I do usually have auto brightness on, but sometimes it's a little too dim, so I turn it off. Honestly, I think there's a good point. You can also adjust volume now on there. Airplane mode, pretty cool. Pretty nice. All right, and then Breath of the Wild is currently installing, so we'll have it do that. We have news here with a new icon. Whose new feed do you want to see? Obviously mine. Pretty cool. Pretty nice. Game chat is now an option. So obviously you would need a subscription for it. I don't know if I think when you buy a Switch 2, it comes with a subscription already, but obviously when it expires, it's gone. Welcome to Game Chat. Let's get everything set up and ready to go. About Game Chat. With Game Chat, you can chat with friends while you play all together anytime during the Game Chat. Which will last on. During the Game Chat open access period, which I guess I have, which will last until March 31st of 2026. You'll be able to use it without an antenna on. Afterward, an antenna on will be required to use Game Chat. Okay, that's a little bit shorter than because I just got this today in June, so it's a couple of months short. I mean, I guess they're not offering a 1-year free subscription, but still, it would have been nice to do that. All right, the standard. All right, to use Game Chat, you need to confirm your phone number via text message. You'll need your smartphone, so make sure it's nearby. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. So there we go. All right, so I'm currently doing an email verification, guys. So give me 1 second. 164121. So 164121. Do 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 do. Ready do do do. 786-747. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Still doing it right now, guys. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right. So, phone number saved. To use Game Chat, you'll need to approve friends for chatting. Approve them and you'll be able to see chatting as they send. Okay. Cool. When using Game Chat, sign into your own account. When using Game Chat, it's better. Cool. All right, so game chat is now set up. Create chat list. Let's try create a chat. So you have to set it up with your friends on here. So that's pretty cool. Let's check out the other settings. So Nintendo Switch Online. I'm curious to see the new updates on eShop. Apparently it's like a big deal. So I gotta check that out. Interesting. Okay. Using it and complete missions. You can complete missions by like playing the. Okay. Very interesting. Got it. So album. Let's see if my screenshots transferred. Honestly, I think all my screenshots got removed. Because I did. I'm pretty sure I didn't back them up on my original OG Switch because I had the one that came out in 2017. Like I think that's when it came out. I had the OG Switch, and I had tons of screenshots on there, but I didn't back them up. So when I got the OLED model, they were all gone. So I had none. So I this is the only screenshot that I have, and it's from Breath of the Wild. But yeah, this is a shame. I lost all of them. Game share, controllers, virtual game cards, system settings, sleep mode. Let's check out the new eShop. Please don't make me sign in like you always do. Oh, enter your PIN or the sign in info if you're gonna. Yes, please let me put a PIN in. Oh my god. Oh yes, please. Remember me option. Thank the Lord, man. Every time I opened the eShop on my my old Switch, it would always ask me to put the password in, and I hated doing that, man. I hated it. It was a pain in the ass. It really was. But yeah, here we are. So here's the new eShop. Apparently it's better. I don't know what's better about it. Here's the new Mario Kart World, which we're gonna pop in. Looks good. I wonder if I can just start getting the new Breath of the Wild upgrade here. Yeah, here it is. Nintendo Switch 2 edition, but I have the I can just get the upgrade pack, so I'll be doing that. Okay. Once again, I gotta scan it, so pain in the ass, but I get the security. I get it. I noticed that yeah, it's starting to get fingerprints on and a little bit sweaty, but okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Or purchase. I'm getting the upgrade pack because I do want to try it out in 60 frames, so that's the whole point of what I'm doing this for. Thank you. Upgrade pack is done, so we'll close that. There we go. Virtual game card added. it's so stupid, the virtual game cards, man. All right. So we're gonna be waiting for that to install 11 minutes. It's a long time, not gonna lie. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take this plug off so we can freely move our system here. Console battery, yep. So I do like the screen. It's not an OLED screen, but you know, it's not terrible either. But it's just not the greatest, you know. But it's not bad either. I'm not gonna say it's terrible because it's not. It definitely is not terrible, but it's just not an OLED. And I was really hoping they would prove me wrong and release an OLED on launch, but once again they did not. So What the shame. But let's pop that card in. So let's see. I think it's just how do you open this? Oh, it opens from the oh, okay. So you do like that. Very weird. That's actually a weird way, but I don't mind that. We'll take that out. Pop the key card out. All right. And then we'll just pop the game in like that. Like that. And then there we go. There's Mario Kart World. So I guess while that's installing, let's go ahead and try this new game. A new update is available. It'll download now. Okay. So it's gonna be paused because it's currently installing Breath of the Wild. Um, I guess while we're waiting for that, I'll be right back when everything's done. But so far it looks pretty good. Let's just go ahead and take a look around the settings first. So let's check out the Joy-Cons. Change grip order. Interesting. Okay, search for the controllers. Yeah, that's still there. I'm not gonna touch the screen too much because I don't want to get fingerprints because I do want to put a screen protector on. How to pair controllers. Okay, nice. Okay, very cool. I don't know if I'm gonna get the Pro controller. I didn't get one on the original Switch because I never needed it. I've always used the Joy-Con grips on this thing, so I've never really used the Pro controller. I'm sure it's much more comfortable and better, but not really my thing. How to use mouse controls? Oh yeah, that's right. That's new. The mouse control. I forgot. The Joy-Con does that now. Interesting. Okay, so what I do this and then like that. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that, guys. So check this out. I just made it into a mouse. That's actually kind of chill, not gonna lie. I guess for FPS games, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me do it. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. That's actually chill. And that's actually pretty cool. When using mouse controls, you can tilt the control stick to scroll through menus. Move the cursor around on the option below to try it out. Cool. Using mouse controls on the home menu and in compatible software. So that's cool. I guess for FPA games, that would be nice. But I don't know how you're going to move your character. I guess you hold it. Oh, you detach the other thing. Okay, yeah. So that's cool, I guess. That's pretty cool. All right. So now I'm like scrolling through the menu with a mouse, it feels like. That's pretty chill. I ain't gonna lie. All right, let's check out the data management. So here's storage. There we go. System memory, 230 gigabytes of free storage available. Micro SD card, 219 available. That is honestly really weird. Why is there no? Why it comes with 256, or at least that's what it's advertised. Why do I have like? I don't know. Why do I have such less gigabytes? Hmm. Guess everything's still downloading. Okay, I'm checking it. Some stuff now. Move to system memory. Very weird. Okay. Oh, I don't actually have a subscription. Okay. You have to get a subscription. Okay. 1 month for 12 months for $20. That's actually not a horrible deal. Some like PlayStation subscriptions for a year I think are like $60 or something. Not $60, like actually I think like 80 or some or more. I forget how much their subscription prices are because I haven't bought one in forever. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Wait. What's the expansion pack for? What's the difference, honestly? What is the difference between, does it tell you? So the individual membership for a single user, uh, for 12 months, $20. Individual membership for a single user plus expansion pack. Which what is the expansion pack? $50. So it ramps up the price by $30. I don't know why though. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say why. I guess I would have to check that out. Interesting. So pretty interesting. Yeah. Guess that's it. Let's pop this back in here. So we'll take that out. It's almost done installing Breath of the Wild, so we should be pretty done soon. Um, don't really see anything else to try. It still hasn't installed all my games. I don't know if it's really gonna. Let me double check the how much storage is taken on my other one here. So we'll go to, yeah, it's much smaller. We'll see how much storage is taken up on my OLED model. Okay, so on my micro SD card, I have 20 gigabytes left. And on my system memory, I have 43 gigabytes. So if I go into my move data, not there actually. Let's manage software. 2K 2019, 35 gigabytes. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 17. Donkey Kong 8. Lego 7, 7, 6. Okay. So honestly, not a lot. It's just those two games that take up a lot of space, but everything else is pretty little. So yeah, before I had to really manage my games and play and only install the ones I really wanted to play, but now I think I can install all the games I want. So that's pretty cool. I'm curious, could I open up Breath of the Wild right now and start playing? This virtual game card includes content that is exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so some content won't be available again. Oh, here we go. There you go. You cannot play on both switches. So here we go. Eject from other system and load onto this system. It's current both games, so the original game and the Switch 2 version are included on my Switch 2 right now. So it's asking if I want to eject it from there and then put it onto this one. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because, then it's going to take the game out of there and it's currently installing. But that's crazy. Now, what if I try to play Donkey Kong? There it is. Eject from other system and load onto this system. I honestly don't think that's such a bad thing. Like I kind of like that. I mean, it's exactly what the name says. They're virtual game cards. So it basically acts like a physical card when it's not. And I guess it saves the hassle of physically taking one out of the system and putting the other. But again, what's the point, if they're virtual, Like, I don't get it. Why make it seem like they're physical if they're not physical? No sense whatsoever. But let's wait until that's finished installing. I'll be right back again. I just gotta clean everything up. Alrighty, guys. So we're back again. Zelda just finished. I'm gonna pop that in, but let's check out real quick the new Mario Kart World. So it literally just finished installing. Let's go ahead and try it. And apparently the new Switch 2 also has better loading times and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to try that out. I'm just going to play for like maybe 2 minutes because I really want to get into Breath of the Wild and test that out. I play a lot of Breath of the Wild, so I would like to try that out. All right, here we go. Probably can't even hear the music, guys. Sorry about that. Pretty cool. So it's open world. I like the haptic feedback. That's nice. Let's go Luigi. I'm gonna go classic for now. Standard cart. Let's go 150C. I like to go fast, so let's try it out. The haptic feedback is nice. I really like the big screen. Much better, but unfortunately it's lacking the OLED. And it's very noticeable, so bit of a bummer, but the screen still looks fine. It's obvious that it's an IPS screen, or not IPS, LCD, so pretty obvious. Let's go ahead and skip that. All right. I know this review was really long, guys. I'm sorry, but I thought I could pack out as much info as I can. It's actually kind of fun. Oh, I see the first place guy. I think that's Donkey Kong. If I had to guess. Not sure what that was for. That was a new one. Yeah, I think that's Donkey Kong. This takes me back, man, to when the original Mario Kart released. I had it for Nintendo DS, and it was so much fun. And then Mario Kart 7 came out, and I had a blast with that. And then Mario Kart 8 came out, and I also had a blast with that. This one seems fun too. I like it. Oh, that's not gonna miss. That's not gonna. Ooh, he got blue shelled. That's unfortunate. First place, baby. Ew. Whoa. Oh, I turned into Spike, bro. That's funny. I don't know what does that do? It just spawns spikes everywhere. Oh, Tropical Freeze is done, as you can see. I wonder how you do the rails. So I'll just go to the first race here and we'll be done. There we go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. It seems fun. I might play it. So that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and close that for now. Definitely might play that. I don't even know if I'll stream it, but I definitely will be playing it. Let's go ahead and pop the new game. So I have to insert the game card. Just opens up like that. We'll take this one out. So we'll just pop that out for a little bit. And then we'll pop in the Zelda one out of our OLED model. So you still kind of have to pop your physical cards in if you had them before. It's not like everything's gonna be virtual. Even the Mario Kart one, I'm sure I'm gonna have to pop the card in. So there we go. Let's check it out. I'm really excited to see the 60 FPS on this because I played so much of it on 30 FPS that I've gotten used to it. But the fact that now you can play it at 60 is insane. So I'm currently on master mode. Hyrule Shrine. Let's go ahead and go there. Apparently the load times are better. I'll be the judge of that. I know exactly how long it takes to load since I've played a lot. So, still loading. And it's pretty much done now. There we go. Honestly, that's not really improved at all. I think that's about the same as the original. Oh, hell yeah. This is nice, man. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's definitely smooth. Oof. Oh no. Let me eat real quick here. It's very smooth and I like it a lot. Yep. I can see myself jumping back in the game now. And we're gonna have to. Oh, we don't have any shields? What? I thought I had shields available. Oh my god, I thought I had shields. Okay, can you not look at those guys? Okay, I think it's just gonna continue looking at them, so. Ah, that's a shame. I was going to continue playing, but I didn't realize I didn't have shield, so I'm gonna have to play and get my Hyrule shield back. But I just wanted to try that out at 60 FPS. I might consider buying the Tears of the Kingdom since that's the only one I haven't played yet. I might buy it. Let's see if I can open this game without the card. Oh no, I do need the card. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope I was able to do everything in the video that you guys wanted to see. I hope I was able to talk about everything. Let me see what happens if I press this button. Game chat. There we go. Yep. So pretty cool. Yeah. So that was it. One thing I did notice is the battery life has been dropped quite a lot. I don't know if it's because I was doing all those downloads and updates, but when I got the system set up and everything, it was at 78% or 74%, I can't remember. Now it's currently at 51%. So I don't know if the battery life is worse on the Switch 2. I heard it was. I'm hoping that's not the case, but it seems like it is. But I mean, I don't know. It seems like it might be, but that's not really gonna bother me that much. I still really like the screen, and I'm gonna be playing that Mario Kart game quite a lot actually. So it's kind of nice to get back into Mario Kart. I played a lot of Mario Kart 8, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. I believe my first one was just Mario Kart, and it was like, I forgot. Mario had like that really long speeder thing that had like a I don't know how to describe it, but it was the first game Mario Kart game I played, and it was amazing. And then they came out with 7 and then 8. I don't know why they skipped a bunch of numbers in between. They just went straight to 8, but that's their decision. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Yeah. Again, I know I've been mentioning this a lot. No OLED. Hopefully they come out with the OLED. If they do, I'll probably consider selling this one and then buying the OLED version. But as of now, I'm pretty happy with it. With this one, I'll be giving the Switch OLED to my brother-in-law, so that's gonna be nice. He'll be able to have his first Switch, and I'm sure he'll be happy with it because he wanted it after I got the new one. So yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. I know this was a long video, but I wanted to get everything in this video as much as possible. So if you guys have any questions for me, let me ask them down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer. I'll try to answer every single one of them. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, see you guys in the next one. Peace.